story, the opposition is furious over the centre's latest social media move. Now, Uddhav Sena MP Priyanka Chaturvedi has slammed IT Ministry's fresh move, which it had notified yesterday. Now, in a tweet, she said silencing the opposition and opposing voices is now complete. Made broadcast and print media toothless, now social media platforms will be made defunct. Now remember, Centre's new rule will give powers to the Press Information Bureau to fact-check fake, false or misleading information about the Centre, and thereafter social media platforms including Facebook, Twitter and Google can be asked to take down the content. MOSIT Rajiv Chandrasekhar, however, had stated earlier, remember, that the government doesn't intend to curb free speech or control media with this move. All right, I have with me on the broadcast Ali Daruwala from the BJP and Yogi Gade from the Shiv Sena. Many thanks for joining us here on Mirror Now. Let me go across to Ali Daruwala first. Mr. Daruwala, please help us understand what's the logic behind this move according to you, and how is it going to benefit us? Mr. Daruwala, if you can hear me.
Hello.
Right. If you can hear me, Mr. Daruwala, can you help us understand the logic behind the Centre's move? What is the logic behind this move according to you? How is it going to benefit us?
Hello.
Go ahead, Mr. Daruwala.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'd like to set it on record very quickly. This gag on this free speech, as these people are claiming, is total nonsense, but nothing but nonsense. Let me tell you something that has happened in last 48 hours and not 48 days. There was a fake news on medicine, which they said is going to be available. There was a fake news on MSCB bills and government letters going to people saying that you're disconnecting your MSCB will be disconnected. UPI will be charged and there will be transaction charges of 1.1%. All this were fake news done by very big media houses, which I would like to mention over here, ma'am. If this fake news were not checked, it was going to be a menace. If we are going to check and gag this fake news spreading, do you think it's a gag on anybody's expression? It is the rats from the hole that are coming out. That is why this reaction that you can see is there from the wrong side of the people and not from the right side of the people, ma'am.
All right. Also, let me remind you.
Menace is on the roll.
Mr. Daruwala, the Editors Guild, as per the Editors Guild of India, they had earlier said that this move is going to give sweeping powers to the PIB and it will result in the censorship of the press. Do you agree to that? Will it give sweeping powers to the PIB?
110%. It will be giving sweeping power to honesty. It will be giving sweeping power to right reporting. The pillars of democracy is press that can never be gagged. This again, you see, this narrative that has been set is to defame the government and the good work that the government is doing.
Right.
You can cross-check whatever has been gagged. It's been proven in few days that it was false and fake news, ma'am.
Let me get in Mr. Gade on this. Mr. Gade, how do you respond to this? That, as Mr. Daruwala is saying, that this is the opposition is criticizing this move in order to defame the government.
Like you said, the PIB is going to get immense power. Now we know what the ED, what the Income Tax Department is doing with the opposition leaders. The BJP just portraying, if you join BJP, you become holy. Anyone who has got ED notices, once they join their party, there is the cases are being withdrawn. So surely why we cannot assume that this will also be misused? If they are misusing so many other government agencies, then surely this will also be misused, because with power comes great responsibility. But as you have seen that the ED, the Income Tax Department, the CBI is being used to harass the opposition leaders.
Mr. Gade, that's a separate issue. Mr. Gade, that's a separate issue.
Yeah,
Please, okay, from your point of view, help us understand how should news then be regulated on social media?
See, there needs to be fact check, but as you have seen, there are so many other agencies being misused. So we cannot deny that this also would be misused if anyone is criticizing the government or criticizing any policy in the name of fact check. So many press people, so many people who are going to criticize are going to come under this act. So this really needs to have more transparency, and it needs to be more pro-democracy. Only the future will tell us how they are
Let me get in
this.
Mr. Daruwala on this. Mr. Daruwala, what Mr. Gade is saying, there should be more transparency. If you could help us understand the fact-checking unit which will be set up by the PIB, it is going to be created. Help us understand the accountability processes so that the opposition has more transparency. And please help us understand that.
Ansha, if you see the words that he was using is if, could be, possibility and assumptions. These people and this total, if you see this clan, they are living under apprehension. Apprehension. What happens if this happens? He used the words of the most all and every conviction done out of 10, 8 have been resulted into arrest. And tell me something, ma'am, wherever anything that has been misused and later gone scot-free, why doesn't he come with record, with facts and figures on the national media, on such a prestigious channel and make assumptions?
Mr. Daruwala, and everybody is allowed to have apprehensions. Everyone is allowed to have apprehensions.
100%.
I understand.
Yes, apprehension is
right?
mother of invention.
Everybody is allowed to have apprehensions, but do help us understand about the fact-checking unit that the PIB will be creating. Help us understand the accountability processes.
Yes, the accountability process, as you know, since you're from the media and the TV channel, I'll make it so clear to you. There is a rating channel, like how a channel is rated. Do you have doubts about that rating? Do you ever have any doubts about the rating that has been gone viral and the classification that is done? The same agency, the same methodology is used for fake news. It's been tampered, it has been caught, and it has been gone in thorough investigation. And ma'am, tell you, it was just not being investigated. Now, this fake narrative and fake news people are going to be punished. It is this time and how and why now these people are coming out of the closet, you can call, is because they know now they are going to be made punishable and accountable for the lies and the wrong narrative that they are proving.
Right,
so
Mr.
this
Gade,
is the reason these people have come up, and Member of Parliament, as you know, the gentleman from the, I'm not allowed and I'm not interested in taking names on the national television. They're spreading left, right and center, wrong news, wrong narratives and the facts that do not even exist. Now, these people are going to be checked. We think it's a very good message that will go with the educated who are watching, and the time they are wasting on the channel, they will feel that our time is worthwhile and our time is not being wasted with nonsense that these people are spreading.
Mr. Gade, how would you respond to that?
Yes, the rules definitely, if a press person is putting expressing the point of view, the government or the law will interrupt the press, whatever the press is writing. You don't know how the government is going to interpret what you are writing tomorrow. If you write something and it doesn't fit in their act or it does not fit in their ideology, they will in the name of fact they will make it an offense.
Mr. Daruwala, one moment, let him complete. Mr. Gade, please go ahead.
Yes, and we have seen so many agencies the government has misused. So definitely we will have to see if they are misusing this or not. There definitely needs to be an act to encounter fake news. But if you are going to have a fact check for each and everything, then how are people going to express their views? Because what is a person's view is not necessarily the government's view. Because then with this act, everyone will have to express only the government's view. Because if you express any of your views, you may come under this act. You don't know. It's definitely going to affect your freedom of expression for sure.
All right, Mr. Gade, Mr. Daruwala, many thanks for joining us here on Mirror Now and sharing your views.
Thank
you. Thank you, Ansha.